Hello everyone, welcome to the another lecture of sequential circuits, and today we are going to study the concept of latch, and also we are going to see the circuits of SR latch using NOR and NAND gates. So let us begin. So first of all, the thing is that what is a latch? In the previous lecture, we discussed that in the case of sequential circuits, we will be needing a memory element in order to store the past value, because in the case of sequential circuits, the present output depends upon the present input and the past output. So in order to store that past output value, we need some memory element. And those memory elements can be either flip-flop or counters or registers. So here the flip-flops did not come directly. Flip-flops were evolved from a basic circuit that is called latch. Alright, so when we did some modifications into the latch, the flip-flops were defined. So before flip-flops, we need to understand what is a latch. So as the word latch itself implies, it has the capacity to lock something, because in the doors we are having a latch. We use it in our daily life, that latch the door. That means if we need to lock something or if we need to hold something, we use latch. So here also latch implies the same thing. That means in the digital circuits also, latch is a circuit, or you can say a basic circuit that stores the values for some time. Alright, so here let us see the circuit of latch. So basically we are going to draw an SR latch over here, and first of all we will draw this latch using NOR gate. Why it is called SR latch? Let us see in the circuit itself. So here we will be drawing two NOR gates. So basically S and R are the two inputs like this. Here R and here we have S. R stands for reset. Reset means 0 and set means 1. So S stands for set, that means 1, and reset means 0. So R stands for reset. Now, and the other two inputs of the both NAND gates are connected to the outputs. That means the output of this particular NOR gate is connected over here like this, and the output of another NOR gate is connected like this. So this is the circuit of SR latch using NOR gate. Alright, you need to remember in the case of SR latch using NOR gate, we have R here and S over here. And the two outputs are called Q and Q bar. Okay, now let us understand the working of this latch, and also we will write the truth table of this latch. So working is just to understand the truth table, and ultimately we have to remember the truth table. So first of all, in order to understand the working, I will write down the truth table of NOR gate, because we have used two NOR gates over here. So in the NOR gate, let A and B are the two inputs and Y is the output. So there will be 4 combinations at the input side, and the output will be 0 plus 0 0 and bar 1, because the output of NOR gate is A plus B whole bar. Alright. Now 0 plus 1 1 bar 0, 1 plus 0 1 bar 0, 1 plus 1 1 bar 0. Now the circuit of SR latch, as you all can see, have two inputs. One is R and one is S. Alright. Now let us take case 1, where let us give any values of R and S. So let S is equal to 0 for the first case and R is equal to 1. Now let us understand the working of this latch. So when R is equal to 1 and S is equal to 0, just pay attention to the circuit. So as you can see in the NOR gate, if any of the inputs is 0, then the output is surely equal to 0. Alright. So in the case of first NOR gate, that means this one, so the input is 1, one of the input is 1, so output will be 0. So in here, when R is equal to 1, Q is equal to 0, as we can see from the truth table of NOR gate, that if any of the inputs is 1, the output is surely 0. So Q is equal to 0. Now this Q0 is being fed into this particular NOR gate, And when both are 0, that means this and this both are 0. So according to this particular part, the output of this NOR gate will be 1. So Q is equal to 0 and Q bar will be equal to 1 for this particular case. So let us consider a condition when S and R both are equal to 0. It is a special condition. Let us see to it. That is why I am considering it in the same case itself. So let us see. When S and R both are 0, I have put S and R both 0. Then let us see what happens. See, Q bar is equal to 1. So here we have 0 and 1, and according to the truth table of NOR gate, when 0 and 1 are the inputs, the output of NOR gate is 0. That means this 0 will remain as it is. That means Q is equal to 0. Now let us see for the another one. When this Q is 0 and S is also equal to 0, so 0 and 0 will make 1 according to this truth table part. Alright, that means Q bar is again equal to 1. So what we can conclude from here is that when S and R both are equal to 0, they retain the previous state. They retain the previous state. That means whatever the value of Q and Q bar has been maintained in the previous part, that will be retained when S and R is equal to 0. So that means this particular portion, when S and R is equal to 0, this will act as the memory. We can see it in the further cases also, that whatever the output is there, when we will, after that, if we will put S and R equal to 0, then it will retain that particular outputs. So basically this condition is the memory part. That means latch, when latch has to hold some data, the values as the input to be given to the latch are 0, 0. Then it holds the data. It maintains the capability to hold the data. Now let us see case 2. In the case 2, let us put S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0. Now I have put S1 and R0 as is our condition. Now we have already seen that if any of the inputs of the NOR gate is equal to 1, then the output will be surely equal to 0. So in the case of NOR gate, this NOR gate, the output will be 0. That means Q bar is 0. So let us write Q bar 0. And when this Q bar as 0 will be fed over to the another NOR gate, then 0, 0 according to this truth table will make out 1. So Q is equal to 1 and Q bar is 0. Shortcut to remember is that when S is equal to 1, that means set part has been activated. So set means that the output will be 1 and the bar of the output will be 0. So this is how we remember it. Now let us see what happens when we put S is equal to 0, R is equal to 0. As discussed, whether it latches the previous data or not, let us see to it. So when S is equal to 0 and R is also equal to 0, let us see what happens. So let us see, Q bar is 0. So this 0 and 0 will make 1. Again Q is 1. And in the below one NOR gate, S is 0 and Q is 1. So 0 and 1 will make 0. So this is the output. So the same outputs are being maintained when S and R is equal to 0. That means this condition is surely the memory condition. That means whenever we want this circuit or the latch circuit to act as a memory and hold the previous data, we need to give S and R equal to 0. Then it will maintain the or hold the previous data. So this was case 2. Now let us consider case 3 where both S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 1. So when S is equal to 1 and R is also equal to 1, so when any of the inputs of the NOR gate is 1, we have already seen over here that the output is surely equal to 0. So here we can say that both the outputs are coming out to be 0. That means Q and Q bar both are equal to 0. It's a big problem because both can't be 0 at the same time, as one is the Q and another is the complement of Q. So they should not come out to be the same. So that is why S and R, when both are equal to 1, this condition is a not used condition. this condition is not used. Now let us write the truth table of SR latch. So when we are having two inputs, that means we will be having four combinations. Let us write down the combinations. For 0, 0, we have already discussed that this 0, 0 is used as a memory. That means when S and R both are equal to 0, it will act as a memory. 0, 1, that means the reset part is activated. So output is 0, output bar will be 1. S1, R0, that means set part has been activated, output 1. Output bar 0, and 1, 1 is a not used condition. So this is about the SR latch using NOR gates. I hope that it might be clear to you all. Now next we also have to see SR latch using NAND gate. We have already discussed the working of SR latch using NOR gate, so I won't be discussing the working again. So let us see the circuit first. Here we will be drawing the NAND gate instead of NOR gate, and we will be having two inputs in the similar manner, but here it will be S first and R downwards, Q and Q bar same, alright, and in the same manner the outputs of each of the NAND gates will be fed as inputs to the other NAND gates. So this is the SR latch using NAND gate. So I hope the circuit is clear. Now we have already discussed the working of SR latch using NOR gates, so I won't be discussing the working for SR latch using NAND gates again. So here we will directly write the truth table of SR latch using NAND gate, and in all the flip-flops by default this NAND gate SR latch will be only used. So we have to remember this truth table very carefully. As there are two inputs, so four combinations, let us write them down. And for 0, 0, now here whatever truth table we have learnt in the NOR gate, it will be reversed over here. That means over here 0, 0 combination is the not used one, 1, 1 combination is the memory part, and 0, 1, that means where reset is activated the output will be 1 and output bar will be 0, and where set is activated output will be 0 and output bar will be 1. So this is basically the truth table of SR latch using NAND gate. We need to remember this, we need to remember the circuit as well, and in most of the flip-flops by default the basic circuit which is used of a particular latch is SR latch using NAND gate. So we need to remember the truth table carefully, that in the case of SR latch using NAND gate, 1, 1 is used as a memory, 0, 0 is not used, and 1, 0 and 0, 1 have specific outputs as has been discussed. So I hope that this video might be useful to you all, and in the upcoming lectures we will see the concept of clock, their triggering methods and flip-flops, and much more about the sequential circuits. Have a good day.